video is sponsored by Squarespace.
There is a hell on earth. It is surely Facebook Marketplace. Can't deal with these people. The movers are coming in a couple of days. I've done a whole bunch of meal prep. I wanted to show you guys because I'm also going to prep out a couple more things now, because I figured I want to have meals in the fridge that I can grab, that I can eat really easily, that are gonna have me feeling good too, because that's the thing, like if I eat garbage, I'm gonna feel like garbage, just straight up. That's how it is. Satay chicken. I did show it in another video. I've made another batch of it again since then, so this is my second lot of it in the last few days. I've been eating it for breakfast. Don't ask me why. I don't know. I'm gonna make some protein oats now, like some overnight oats, so I can just pull them out of the fridge. But this has satay paste, low-fat coconut milk, lime juice, I think it was peanut oil that I put in it, and coconut aminos, or you can just use soy sauce. And then I cooked up a bunch of white rice. And then another meal that I prepped, I made little chicken burger patties. So it's chicken, cheese, spring onion. Then I air fried a whole bunch of sweet potato. I got some green beans. I always just chuck the green beans in frozen. My brain is actually rotten. I was just doing some client check-ins and things, just had some desk work to get done. Now I'm gonna prep out some zucchini tuna fritters. So my neighbor and I, we have this friendly little unspoken competition. You know, one of us is gonna take the bins out first. So where I live, I'm in a bunch of townhouses, and in our little segment there's 4 rubbish bins that have to go out to the street on a Tuesday, and either he will do it or I will do it, where we don't just take our own bin, we take everybody's bins, and then on the Wednesday after it's been collected, either he or I will pull them all back in. Like it's like we're in a competition, like whoever gets to it first will do all the bins first. I don't know why we are like this. It started off as like, I'll be polite and then I'll do the bins, and then he started doing the same thing, and now it's like who can get to the bins first. And usually by this time of day, the bins would already be out, and I was like, well, I need to take some stuff out anyway. Let me just run the bins out to the street. So I took all the bins out to the street, and then I realized when I went out there, I had my new house keys on me and not my current house keys on me, and I was locked out. So luckily I didn't shut my big wooden front door. I did have to do a little bit of a Spider-Man and climb over the front gate so I could get back inside the house. And then I was just about to start cooking these fritters, and I'm like looking across the street and I'm going, why is no one else's bins out? This is super weird. It's Monday today. We don't even run the bins out until Tuesday, so I'm a whole day ahead of myself.
You're gonna stick with this height, don't you?
Yeah, I think it makes sense. That? Yeah, because then it's like uniform in all the rooms.
Yeah. Alright, so we can hide the joint
behind the TV unit.
Yeah, behind the TV unit.
You know what I did remember to bring?
What?
Some bread.
That one's heavy. Damn! Yeah, because this should be just concrete under here.
Yeah.
It'll have obviously all the carpet. Sponge. We can just rip all that up. This wall here, it buds into the stone of the kitchen bench.
Yeah, we're gonna have to just run it into that.
I think that'll be fine though.
I have been running all around the place trying to find this modem. I had to lodge an inquiry with Australia Post, and then I had to go down to like the loading dock in my building. I had to lodge an inquiry with the internet provider as well, because everyone's like, oh no, like it's delivered, and I'm like, but where's it delivered? Finally I went to the post office and I was like, hey, I'm pretty sure this package is here, because I got an update in my... Australia Post is notoriously bad. I don't know about the Postal Service where you guys are. They've pretty much monopolized the market here. And I finally got an update in my Australia Post app that was like, oh, you can come and collect it from this post office. And so I went to the post office and she's like, no, it's not here. And I'm like, can you put the tracking number in the computer and just let me know where it is then? And she puts the tracking number in and she's like, oh, I saw this package earlier. And she goes out the back and just grabs it. Okay, it's not working for me. I managed to get it to the point where I can connect to the Wi-Fi and I can go through all the settings. I can't get the internet working I swear there's meant to be an NBN box. So this is the paint that I went for the molding, because you do need different paint for molding versus what you would do on plaster. I just got 2 liters because I thought hopefully that's enough, and I got like a higher gloss finish just because the walls are low sheen, so I wanted this to sort of pop a little bit.
I wanted to take a brief moment to thank Squarespace for sponsoring today's video. They're an all-in-one website builder and host, and I have used them for so many years to host my website. You can use them to set up a blog, an e-commerce store, portfolio, or whatever presence it is that you need on the web. They have these amazing templates that you can jump in, drag, drop, customize to suit your needs, and get everything up and running so smoothly. They also have incredible built-in SEO tools and a 24/7 customer support service team that always has your back if you need them to jump in and give you a hand. If you'd like to try it out, set up your free trial, and then when you're ready to hit publish, use the URL which I had on the screen or that's in the description box, and that will give you a discount off your first purchase. So I wanted to jump in and just tidy everything up before I got the furniture in, just so it felt a little more livable. I know I have to pull the painting stuff back out later on, but whatever I can do to make it feel more homey for now is what I was going to do.
Okay, so it's about time. The stress has finally turned into excitement. I know there's gonna be some stuff I'm gonna have to come back and get. I'm gonna have to like tidy up some things and whatever, but it's okay. Like, I'm actually feeling excited to get into the new place now. The last, I don't know, couple of weeks I've been, just so stressed out. And what I find interesting, so something that I used to struggle with a lot was like stress eating. I'd have hard days, and then I'd find it hard to stick to what I wanted to be eating by the end of the day. Like, breakfast would be fine, lunch would be fine, the afternoon would be fine, and it would be enough calories. It wasn't like I was under eating, but then it would come to the evening and I would overeat. And I remember this pattern, it popped back up again in lockdown, like 2020, 2021. And that's where I gained a fair bit of weight because I had been doing like a lean bulk, and then all this stress eating pattern came back in because we'd been locked in a house for months on end, and there was all other kinds of chaos going on in my life, and trying to process the death in the family and like all sorts of things while trying to work and keep a regular routine, while I couldn't even have any of my regular outlets. I couldn't go see my friends, I couldn't go to the gym, and the stress eating really popped back up in that time. Sorry, Ducky's so stressed. She knows something's happening. She's a super anxious dog. She knows when something's up. She's been hiding under the bed all morning. I was a little bit worried that the stress eating pattern would resurface now because I have a lot going on at the moment. Life is unrelenting at the minute, not in a bad way, but it's still a lot going on and it still feels a little bit overwhelming. And I actually haven't had that stress eating pattern. It doesn't really matter how organized you are or how perfect you've planned out your macros or whatever. If you don't have the systems and the habits and the mindset in place, it can feel really hard to follow through on the habits that you want to have. And something that I noticed when I learned to stop stress eating is I feel emotions a lot more intensely, because I think previously I had been using food to like numb out or ignore how I was feeling. And then when I am able to like surf that urge and like go past it, I'll end up really like upset. Saturday, I just ate the meals that I'd meal prepped, and then during the day, I was so overwhelmed because I was feeling a bit like stuck. I was packing up the house on my own. My friend Bridget, who saw in a previous vlog, she offered to come and help. My best friend Rachel, like obviously she's overseas in a different time zone. We talk out our problems together a lot. It's a really beautiful friendship that we have, but obviously, you know, she was asleep. I was feeling really overwhelmed. Alec was away on a trip with his family, like they were skiing, and so he was busy, and I was just like, I don't know how to handle everything that's going on. And like, you know, you talk yourself through the normal action steps, like, okay, I just have to take it one step at a time, and I'll deal with the packing now. The moving happens in a few days. Then I have to go to the wedding and then see family that I haven't spoken to in like more than 10 years. So like that's got me feeling a little bit weird as well. But it got to the point where I just broke down and I was crying, and I was crying to the point that I ended up being sick, and then I couldn't stop being sick. And I was like, this is crazy, because, you know, back in the day previously, like how I would have handled that is I would have just like put on like a comfort movie like The Hobbit or Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter or Hunger Games or, you know, something like that. I would have put on something like that, and I would have like ordered something to eat and just been like, I don't care anymore, like I'm just gonna numb out, I don't care. But I didn't do that. I just like ate my normal meal, and then I had to feel that emotion because nothing was numbing it out. It's crazy how intense it can get, but like you move through it a lot faster when you let that wave just hit you. So if you struggle with like stress eating or emotional eating, I want you to know that you're not alone, but it is absolutely something that you can fix. And this is different from binge eating. It's not the same as intentionally like having large quantities of food. I just want to preface that and like asterisk that before anyone misinterprets it. And it is absolutely something that you can untangle. You just have to be willing to do the work. That's why I love coaching on like the mindset component. I think it's such an important part of your journey and of reestablishing a healthy relationship, not only with food, but with yourself as well, because you need to know what's going on in here that's actually driving all the choices that you're making every single day. Got these little stickers so I can mark on the doors for the removalists which rooms they don't need to go into. Why do I have 4 proteins? Look, yeah. There's some bedroom stuff. I'm laying on a mattress. I don't care. The removalists finished and oh my God, it was so funny. So they were like, oh, this move was so organized. I was like, oh, are you sure? Like, you know, I put those stickers on so you know where everything would be. Like, I wasn't sure if it was organized enough. And one of the guys goes, I think you need to see somebody for that because this is the most organized move we've done. I got little brain worms. But anyway, so most of the stuff is across now. There's just a couple of plants and some kitchen appliances that I need to move across, like the rice cooker, air fryer, and stuff like that. The removalists actually moved more than I thought they would. Like they took all the tubs and everything. And so I think all we have to move across is maybe like 2 or 3 plants and maybe 1 bag like this that I'm going to put the kitchen appliances in, and that's it.